Well. If you are a Hell's Angel that's on trial in the Las Vegas area, right about now, you're happy as hell because a judge has made a decision that may be helpful to your case. And that's a good thing for you. It looks like maybe some things in law will, maybe there should be a little bit of belief for the system, especially if you are facing the system. So we're gonna take a look at this development that's going on in that case from the highway shooting that happened over about pretty close to a year ago. Um, and we're going to talk about what it means for them and maybe, what's going on, maybe what'll be happening next. So, all of that after this brief introduction. I'll be right back. Hello, folks. Hello, folks. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV. This is the Black Dragon Biker News Network, biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank each of you, all of you, for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Good morning to you all. It's so good to see you once again. To be on this side of the dirt nap is truly a blessing. And to all of my military veterans, thank you for your service. And to my Navy brethren, thank you so much for holding it down. Projecting sea power ashore. That's what we did. And for all my people in the service right now, God bless you. Hold tight. Too bad you couldn't all be submarine sailors. But hey, somebody's got to drive those tanks and sleep in those foxholes, So anyway, wow. Let's see if we can't get this other screen shared over here. This is let me see. This is an interesting one. If you were a Hell's Angels, it says some charges were cut in the Vegas Hell's Angels Freeway gunfire case. It looks like these guys got a little bit of good news, according to a few of these newspaper articles here. We need to make sure we find the right one. Okay, bring that up for me, guys. Let's see here. There we go. It's coming. It's coming. So we'll start with this here video right here. Hopefully, they won't throw me on a commercial. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay. I saved it right. All right. So let's start with this video. We'll enlarge it. Las Vegas Hells Angels leader arrested in court. Prosecutors call. Okay, so you guys, is this the same one? Yeah, no, that's we'll get back to that video. I think that might be something else. I saw one earlier. But anyway, 7 alleged Hells Angels members won't be facing racketeering or gang charges. in a Las Vegas area freeway shooting that authorities said injured rival Vagos motorcycle gang members almost a year ago, a judge decided Monday. So it's interesting to me how they won't be facing these charges, some of these charges, but they still call them gang members. That's interesting to me. But so we got the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club and the Vagos Motorcycle Club. But, we got to call them gangs in the media because that sells papers, that sells ads, and so forth and so on. But anyway, Clark County District Court Judge Tierra Jones reduced from 25 to 5 the number of shooting counts in the case against the defendants, including the Hells Angels Las Vegas chapter president, which I believe is this video right here was showing when he actually got arrested. I think that's what that was.
We're
Let's
doing
see
it
real
once,
quick.
we're gonna do it on everybody. I'll give you guys a whole afternoon or whatever you want, but we're only gonna do it once, so I gotta get lawyers for the co-defendants so we can do it all at the same time.
So Your Honor, given that he's already posted 75,000 bail, does he get credit towards the 250?
The 75,000 will be transferred over to the 250.
Thank you.
Your Honor, can you order immediate release of the jab so we can see what was done?
Well, I need to watch it first, Mr. Pataro, because it's under seal, there's a lot that's, I wasn't here, I don't know anything about any of this.
So that's part of what went on back then. It like completely sucks. But here it says that some of these charges have been reduced, including the ones for the Hells Angels Las Vegas chapter president, Richard Devries. Now the judge, and this is Judge Tierra Jones, and Tierra Jones is pretty cute. Holy moly. Okay. All right, Judge. We see you. We see you. Anyway, she says that she reduced from 25 to 5 the number of. How does this happen? How do you get put in jail on so many charges? That is so crazy. The judge has got to come back and be like, yeah, let me reduce some of this. This is a little bit crazy. It's like these district attorneys, man, overcharging should be a crime, bro. They just they get to throw in the kitchen sink and everything else around. It really defies logic, if you ask me. How is it that, I think you should be embarrassed when you go to court and the judge throws out like 20 of your charges. Throws out 20 of your charges. Like, we shouldn't, I know the system protects itself and blah. We shouldn't need those backups and protections. Like, a district attorney should charge on what he has, not all this other business. Man, I woke up with this itchy eye. I got to keep scratching it for whatever reason. I need some eye drops or something. But anyway, it's crazy. Why should this be? Now we'll get back into it. Let's see here. The court finds, the judge said, the indictment does not specify which of the defendants engaged in which type of criminal activities. I'm just trying to understand this. Did they throw like a blanket indictment out? We got 25 bullets, 25 bullet holes. Let's just charge them all with that. Whatever happened to that's that whole guilt by association thing. And my grandmother was not wrong. My grandmother said, son, if you lie down with dogs, you get up with fleas. But my civics teacher, he said my grandmother was wrong. So much that he knew. My civics teacher said, no, in America, jurisprudence and each person has to be found guilty of a charge, and you can't be found guilty of something you didn't do, and on and on and on. Yet, here these guys are. You've seen it on Cops when they used to have that movie out before that television show out before the riots of 2020. They used to have cops on and all that kind of stuff. And you would see it all the time. The violation of civil rights. That's why they took cops off, because it was just absolutely horrendous. They would actually show you cops in the field violating civil rights. All right. We found some marijuana in the front seat, underneath the front seat. Now, I tell you what, if you don't cop to it, we're charging everybody for it. How the hell can you do that? We're charging everybody in the car. Since we don't know who did it, we're charging everyone. That's shoddy police work. They would do it all the time. You would see them do it all the time. That's what happened here. Well, we found 57 bullets, 25 bullet holes, and since we can't figure out who did it, we're charging you all with the crime. Like, how can that BS work, man? That is freaking crazy. And the judge, to her credit, Tierra, Judge Jones, said, yeah, we look in this indictment and it doesn't specify who committed what crime. Are you serious? And she said, and further, it does not include the specificity of the racketeering crimes. You said they were in for racketeering, but what specifies it? She also wrote, her ruling followed a March 31st hearing with attorneys and defendants in that case. Attorney Richard Schoenfield, representing Devries, said Monday he was pleased the judge granted important aspects of my motion. He had argued that the indictment was too broad and should be dismissed or revised. Whoever this attorney Richard Schoenfield, whoever this guy is, he's about his damn business over there in Vegas. Schoenfield, maybe. I think that's what my producer says. That guy's about his business. You want that cat on your case, you better have some money. You need some money for them kind of lawyers. And that's what your motorcycle club should be doing. It should be, you do raffles and shit and car washes and stuff, bikini car washes and stuff. The bar's making money. You need to be thinking about like three things. One, do we have a fund to bury people? So many people don't have burial funds. So I think every motorcycle club should like buy burial insurance so anybody killed on a bike can be buried. I get so sick of seeing these clubs taking up money every year. Oh man, we got to bury Brother Cecil. Boy, a $9 a month insurance policy, the club pays for everybody's insurance policy. You could at least get a guy in the ground. You also should be looking out of your defense. Motorcycle clubs, it happens, bro. You're rolling with your brothers across the country. Somebody's got a gun they shouldn't have or something. Boom! Caught up. A lot of times, you got that legal defense fund that takes care of a bro. Because you're going to have money to get a decent attorney. That's the way our law system works. Like, you want decent attorney, you got to spend money. They go to school to learn all of these motions and stuff. Like, somebody's got to be smart enough to say, Your Honor, there's no specificity. I can't even spell specificity, can you? How do you spell specificity? Your Honor, there's no specificity. I can't even say it anymore. There's no specificity to these charges. The judge is like, you're absolutely correct. I need to look up the specificity laws. You need a lawyer for that, man. And they got one. They got a lawyer for that. Anyway, prosecutor Mike Dixon and Michael Allman said they were looking at the ruling and they declined immediate comment. They always decline immediate comment when prosecutors get beat in a case. They're so pissed off at that judge. She might need a special special deputy to make sure she gets home. They get mad, like they're going to try to remove her off the case or something. You watch and see. Prosecutors, they didn't have anything to say. Michael Dickerson and Michael Allman, they said they were looking at the ruling and declined immediate comment. They could appeal Judge Tierra Jones' decision to the Nevada Supreme Court. Attorneys for the other defendants did not immediately respond to emails seeking comment. So Devries, President Devries, and the men identified as Hells Angels, members or associates, Russell Smith, Stephen Allo, Cameron Treach, Taylor Rodriguez, Aaron Chun, and Ryan Velasco, still face prosecution on charges including attempted murder. Jesus Christ. Conspiracy to commit murder, battery, and assault with weapons. Each has pleaded not guilty to all charges. Each could face up to 40 years in prison if convicted of attempted murder with a weapon. The judge instructed, so they're not out of the woods, but getting 20 of the charges dropped is absolutely a step in the right direction as far as they're concerned. The judge instructed prosecutors to revise the indictment. A hearing in the case remains scheduled for Wednesday. Police said 7 people were treated at hospitals for wounds or injuries following the gunfire that erupted among motorcycle riders on Interstate 11 in Henderson after Memorial Day weekend ceremony at Veterans Cemetery in Boulder City. Schoenfeld, argued March 31st that Velasco, a Hells Angels associate but not a full member, was treated for a gunshot wound, and that police at the scene examined handguns that some of the alleged Vagos had with them, but returned them. The grand jury doesn't know that a Hells Angels affiliated individual was shot and that 4 Vagos members had firearms concealed on their person, Attorney Schoenfeld said. He argued that prosecutors failed to present exculpatory evidence that might cast doubt on the charges they were seeking. Oh, so your bros over there were in the district attorney's office were holding back evidence? Say it couldn't be. Huh. Holding back evidence. He said they failed to present exculpatory evidence. Or maybe they just didn't produce the evidence they needed. That might cast doubt on the charges they were seeking. 4 motorcycles had gunshot damage, according to evidence, and police found 25 bullet casings on the freeway near where the gunfire took place. Maybe that's why there's 25 charges. Schoenfeld told the judge the indictment did not specify what person was alleged to have fired which shots or which bullets hit the motorcycle or which bullets hit which motorcycle. And there's probably no way in hell they could do that, or maybe they can. A lot of ballistics, a lot of money would need to be spent. Velasco's lawyer, Augustus Claus, told Jones that his client had become a member of the Hells Angels chapter less than a week before the shooting, but he was accused of conspiracy with the other members dating back to 2019. Yeah, we need some sound effects. That's crazy. He just joined yesterday, but he was accused of conspiracy that went back to 2019. Yeah, crazy. Man. So, yeah, the attorney is, Velasco's lawyer, probably well paid too. Schoenfeld and Tom Pitaro, attorney representing defendants Russell Smith and Stephen Allo, told the judge that prosecutors never presented evidence that their clients had any intent or agreement to commit a crime. So these attorneys are tearing their asses up because these attorneys are well versed. Like, there must be a charge, there must be articulated a crime, there must be articulated evidence, there must be elements of the crime. These things must, like, if you're like a novel, a fan of mystery novels and murder novels or whatever, you know, there must be a corpus delicti or whatever. Like, there's elements, and these attorneys are whooping that ass because them elements ain't there. Like, first of all, you accuse our guy of conspiracy dating back to 2019, but he didn't even start hanging out with the club until a week before that. So your elements are off, bro. You don't have your facts in order. You're going with this new stuff and all this stuff on television, blah, blah, blah. You're throwing a whole bunch of goop on the wall to see what sticks. And to me, that's not ethical. No, there never seems to be any prosecution of dishonest and unethical, disrespectful prosecutors. Like, they're allowed to do anything and everything. And we African Americans, we know this better than anybody because we have suffered this longer than anybody in court systems across the country ever since colonial days, where we've had to deal with these unethical, grimy kinds of prosecutors. I think it's grimy to present a person with charges saying that they were in a conspiracy going all the way back to 2019 when I just met these guys 2 weeks ago. That's shoddy work, waste of taxpayer dollars, and unethical, if this is true. They also say, they pointed out the elements of the crime. They're saying 4 motorcycles have gunshot wounds. You find 25 bullets. You throw all these charges on. But which one of my men, if this guy is accused of attempted murder, what motorcycle did he shoot at? What gun did he have? Which one of his bullets hit which motorcycle? These are important things, aren't they? I would think. And I guess so would the attorney. Because him and Schoenfield and Pitaro are slapping him upside the head with this. And the judge, Tierra, Judge Tierra Jones, with her very cute self. Yeah, there she is. She said she agreed. Yeah. Yeah, Judge Jones ain't just a whistling Dixie out here. She was like, bro, y'all need a little bit more than that. We're going to have to rewrite that, what's it called, affidavit or something? Indictment. We're going to have to rewrite that indictment. Y'all going to have to get it together out here in the ATL. Actually, Las Vegas. That's where they are. And so, in the final statement, the attorney said, riding motorcycles in a group does not show a conspiracy to commit a violent act of shooting or attempted murder. This is what Pitaro said. Yeah, so there you have it, man. There you have it. We applaud you, Judge Jones. Yeah. Yeah, we applaud you. You did a good thing. Because you got to be more than guilty by association. Guilt by association. It's got to be more than that. Even though my grandmother seems to have been right. I was like, yeah, Grandma, I talked to the civics teacher. You don't know what you're talking about. She said, "Oh yeah, son. Yeah, grandson. Just live a while. Just live a while." And God rest her soul. She's right. Them guys got arrested and charged with at least 20 charges more than they should have been charged with, according to Judge Jones. And we'll see if the Supreme Court of the area of Vegas agrees with her. So, good news, better news if you're a Hell's Angel facing those charges. A little bit better news for you. But they still face, Jesus Christ, they still face some stuff there. So we'll see. We'll keep you guys apprised of what happens there. Looking over here in the comments, it seems that people were kind of with that. A lot of folks have been noticing that there's a whole lot of stuff been going on. For instance, there's a whole lot of cases that have been turned over. There's a whole lot of labs that have been found corrupt. You know, Gronk says they load you up with a ton of charges to scare you. They tell you you're facing 100 years in prison. Then they tell you if you plead guilty to some of the charges, they'll drop the others. You know, they have a 90% conviction rate or better, 99% or something. These prosecutors, all of these prosecutors, they know how to they know how to get you. And then they have the newspapers out there flooding the jury pools with this. What is it? 7 alleged Hell's Angels gang members. Like that's the kind of stuff they put out. Kind of like our story yesterday. This guy Croak is going around, and every newspaper will pick it up, every single one, and he's going on show after show after show after show. These pagans are the most. Oh my goodness! All the stuff he says, the most violent, the most vile, the most corrupt. They've got a greeting that's intimate but could be deadly. Somebody wrote in the comments yesterday, if their greeting was deadly, wouldn't they all be dead? If they all kissed each other on the lips with a deadly greeting, we wouldn't even need to be worried about them. They'd just fall over dead. That makes sense. Intimate greeting, which is also deadly. Oh my gosh. And we eat it up, man. We keep buying them papers and watching them videos, and they give us what we want to be fed. BS and post toasties. Anyway, Frost says they're even trying to charge me with a stolen firearm that I have paperwork for from purchase. Laughing my A off. Tried to say Tylenol was drugs. Corruption is real. Yes, it is in the political system. So we have to just keep voting. You know, hopefully somebody will honor our votes. We shall see. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. I'm Black Dragon. I'll see you tomorrow. Tinish. Same bad time, same bad channel. We'll talk about some things going on. Goose said it's the privatization of the you say it. The privatization of the prison system 10 times. The privatization of the prison system that is causing all of this. And I think so. I mean, it's now in the prison's best, in the state's best interest to keep you in prison forever, isn't it? That's what all of the prison-funded portfolios are all about. You probably have a prison portfolio in your company's 401k plan. Put your fellow citizens in prison so you can have a good retirement for the rest of your life. Ah! Man, we got to do better. All right. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Hey, we're down 16 and a half pounds. Yes, sir. 16 and a half pounds. Thanks for tuning in and get skinny.
Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
first one that Dad's gonna be looking at is
Well, let's do yours first.
Yeah, how about you first?